What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is so sick and tired of his baby mother that he is accusing her of harassing his teammates, showing up at hotels and trying to get information on him. You know, listen, I have been critical of Anthony Edwards. I've been critical of his behavior off the court and these women that he's dealing with and he's raw dogging and having relations with and getting them pregnant. See, these are the ramifications. These are the ramifications. When you go out here and you are having flings with these heifers, especially when they already have a child with a celebrity. For those of you who may not know, Aisha Howard right here, who's 39, I believe. She's 38 or 39. She decided that it would be a good idea to have a fling with a 23-year-old Anthony Edwards. She got pregnant and had a child. And this bougie heifer, because she tried to come onto the internet and try to make fun of the people who are clowning her by claiming that her lifestyle is just so much better. I mean, sure. I mean, stalking and harassing, you know, a 20-something-year-old who you had a child with. Yeah, that's a lifestyle that these other people would want. She wants to get on the internet and portray herself as if she's somehow better. But no, you're just a goofy stalking heifer. Listen, Anthony Edwards doesn't want you, just like the rapper Lil Baby didn't want you. You're almost 40 and you're still out here trying to compete with these younger women. You're throwing your box at these younger men and trying to get you a baby just so you can collect child support. This is the reason why this heifer Aisha Howard tried to file in California. No, I believe she tried to file because I think she tried to have the baby in California and then tried to file for child support in California. But I think it was moved back to Georgia. Or it might be the other way around. Maybe she had the baby in Georgia, tried to file in California. But she failed. And this is the same woman who tried to portray herself as if she's living this great lifestyle. Yeah, you're living off of another man's money. This is why the whole independent woman's movement has died. It's dead. You heifers are living off other men's money, whether you are trying to get pregnant by a celebrity or you have an OnlyFans. Your whole lifestyle is predicated off of showing your body and getting money from men. In the case of Aisha Howard, she's trying to get a baby by an NBA player, which she did, and he wants nothing to do with her. He is ignoring this heifer, and she's going to great measures to get his attention. He doesn't want you. You're almost 40. Have some decency. I thought women who were older were mature. We know that's a lie. Y'all are just as immature as these young heifers, these YHs. Y'all are no different than the YHs, the young heifers. So you're out here trying to portray yourself as if you're this bougie, melanated woman that just has this luxurious lifestyle, but you're begging for child support on the low. You're, according to Anthony Edwards and his team, you're trying to harass his teammates. Were you trying to sleep with them? You do know they're close to his age, right? You just out here chasing young men. We know you heifers are desperate. So let's get into this. We got a couple different articles here. I'm going to take a look at the one from Yahoo Sports. Anthony Edwards accuses ex Ayesha of harassing his teammates amid NBA playoffs. She denies. NBA star Anthony Edwards accused his ex Aisha Howard of causing his team members to be harassed and having someone stake him out during an entire weekend. But she slammed his accusations, and In Touch can exclusively report. On May 15th, Anthony's legal team filed court docs obtained by In Touch, slamming Ayesha, who's 37. The Minnesota Timberwolves star, who's 23, and his ex have been battling over what state will determine child support for their daughter, Aubrey Summer Howard. The child was born in October 2024, and a DNA test was done in December, which confirmed Anthony was the father. As In Touch first reported, as part of the court battle, Ayesha submitted alleged text messages that showed the NBA star urged her to get an abortion after she informed him of the pregnancy. I don't know why that's a bad thing. I mean, a lot of you heifers support abortion. So why are you putting it out there as if you're trying to shame him when a lot of you heifers support it? Anthony filed a paternity and child support case in Georgia, while Ayesha filed a separate case in California. He disputed her claim she moved to California and accused her of filing her case in Los Angeles in hopes of scoring a higher child support. Look, this is all calculated. This tells you everything you need to know about this woman. This 37-year-old woman got pregnant. She probably was so happy she got pregnant because she knew that's another child support check. And now you can tell what the motives is. You can tell what the motives is. Her womb is for sale. Her womb is for sale. Ayesha denied his claims and told the court that she's been living in LA for several months. That's because she moved there. That's where she wants to be. She moved there. The LA judge ruled that child support would not be established in California. However, Ayesha has pleaded with the court to reconsider the decision. Well, the judge has already made his choice. Just because you moved there does not mean that you can get child support for that. Look at that. Pleaded with the court because you are a broke heifer looking for money to support your fake lifestyle. Ayesha submitted new evidence and alleged texts which she claimed showed Anthony admitting he took off the condom during sex. She also blasted his team for claiming she was a stripper at a famed Magic City strip club in Atlanta until she became pregnant earlier 2024. Ayesha denied that she worked as a stripper or that she had worked in clubs for several years. A hearing has been set for this month. I told you, all that bouginess is just a front. She got on here trying to make herself seem like she just somehow so sophisticated and she got such a great lifestyle. You're in court begging the judge to help you extort him for more money. Ayesha demanded sole legal and physical custody. She told the court that she was unemployed and needed support. Oh, that's not what she was saying on Instagram. On Instagram, she was talking like she just living this luxurious lifestyle. You heifers get online and you say one thing, but in reality, y'all are some broke scammers, broke losers. And that's why you in court begging for money. That's why you trying to get a baby by an NBA player at 37. And y'all want to blame the men for these heifers. She said that he took the condom off. Well, if he was taking the condom off and you knew that, you should have stopped then. Again, choices. I've already said that I think Anthony Edwards made a humongous mistake in not only impregnating you, but there's other women that he's impregnated that he's having child support issues with. Undisciplined off the court. On the court, he's improved, but off the court, he needs to improve more. Instead of getting locked up in court battles for women trying to take you for take you for the money that you've earned. Anthony told the court that he had no desire for custody or visitation, and the only thing that needed to be decided by the court was support. He said Aubrey was conceived in Georgia during his relationship with Ayesha. He claimed she also received all parental care in Georgia. Anthony said that he lives in Georgia when not temporarily in Minnesota for work. The NBA star previously pointed out that Ayesha's older son, who she shares a rapper Lil Baby, still lived in Georgia. So she left her child in Georgia just so she can move to LA temporarily so she can get more child support. And I believe that if the judge was to grant that she would probably move back to Georgia or have the child. Well, Lil Baby not gonna let her move the child to California probably, so she'd have to move back. The lawyer pointed out in regards to Ayesha's case with rapper Lil Baby, she has not filed to relocate, nor has she sought to modify parenting plan. The court should also ask itself, does a mother really abandon a child and let the child live with an aunt like the mother here is claiming she has? See, this is why I tell y'all, man, these heifers are so greedy and they all about money that she's willingly leaving her child in Georgia just so she can move to California. I wonder who's paying for that. So she could win this particular court ruling and get more child support and then probably move back to Georgia. Y'all see the games these heifers play? Y'all see the games they play? Y'all see it? The courts, and that's why I say the courts should look at everything and should rule in his favor. You can't just hop. You can't hop from state to state to try to get more money. And child support already needs to be overhauled. Child support has been in need to be overhauled for a long time now. In addition, Anthony asked the court to specify protective relief only available in Georgia. He said that he wanted to emphasize that he is not seeking custody time or decision-making authority at this time. He said he had serious concerns about Aisha's ongoing online and social media activity that has exposed the child to public scrutiny. Absolutely. And that's her fault. It's not his fault that she's out here getting online, trying to talk down to people and try to act like she has such a sophisticated bougie lifestyle. We know that she's full of it. He alleged Aisha has a pattern of disseminating private communications to the media and to the public. Anthony accused Aisha of harassment and inappropriate tactics. His lawyer claimed that Anthony has been subject to harassing service attempts in California, despite California's previous ruling on the jurisdiction, claiming Aisha has engaged in increasingly desperate tactics, including having fathers staked out during an entire weekend, harassing members of Anthony's NBA team, going around father's hotel asking about his whereabouts. You know, that could be easily proven. All they have to do is get statements from his teammates, and if they agree, and they say that did happen, she's cooked. She's cooked. His lawyer added these actions have escalated to the point of interfering with the father's employment, creating unnecessary conflict that ultimately harms the child's best interest, because she doesn't care about the child. She only cares about herself. Aisha fired back at recent claims in court. It appears that Anthony and his legal team invoke privacy selectively on when disclosures do not favor him or expose inconsistencies in his narrative. Anthony has shown the same concern when unfounded, damaging, and disparaging claims are made against her, which are similarly picked up by online blogs, social media. Which should be right there in the comments commenting. She's giving the blogs this information. She's giving these blogs text messages. She's giving the blogs. She's feeding them information. He's not doing it. She is. She continued, many of the statements Anthony seeks to suppress are direct rebuttals to falsehood, defamatory claims introduced by Anthony himself. For example, Anthony publicly alleged that Aisha was employed as a stripper until 2024. A statement is entirely false. Okay, that's just her rebuttal. I just think that she's desperate at this point. They've already ruled. California's already ruled. Listen, we're not going to handle this. I don't think anything is going to change. That's why she keeps feeding information to the blogs, and that's why she's giving Anthony ammo. I don't think he's making this up out of thin air. I don't think she's as smart as she thinks she is. I do think that she's going around trying to ask questions, and people are going back and they're telling him things. Now, hopefully he vetted the information, but I don't think that he would just make anything up. I don't. And as a 30-something-year-old woman who's already a mother, Aisha should have said to herself, why am I dealing with somebody this much younger than me? I don't think they had unprotected relations more than once. I mean, I don't think they had unprotected sex just that one time. I think they've had it probably before. so selectively putting out piece of information. She's saying that he admitted to taking it, but she's not going to tell you the whole conversation that they were having. She's just going to put out the information she wants to put out. That's what these baby mamas do. That's what baby mamas do. So let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Let me know if you don't share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.